Right now at 10, winter storm preparation. The first major snowfall is on its way, and local groups are helping those without shelter.
And medical marijuana. Wisconsin Republicans unveil their plan for making it legal, but some Democrats are calling it too restrictive.
Plus, it was a winter wonderland at the library today. Kids got to celebrate the season while staying warm inside.
You're watching WKDT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
We will get to those stories in just a bit, but first, breaking news tonight. The La Crosse Police Department has just issued a silver alert for a missing 79-year-old. Dennis Berkness was last seen in the area of 1900 South Avenue today around 4:30 p.m. Berkness lives with dementia. He told others he was going to get money and beer and left on foot, and he has not been seen since. Berkness is 5'10", 165 pounds with gray hair, brown eyes, and stubby facial hair. He was last seen wearing green sweatpants with a red, gray, and black striped hoodie. Dennis is from Prairie du Chien, but was in La Crosse seeking medical treatment. Anyone with information on his whereabouts should contact the La Crosse Police Department.
Well, our winter snow is approaching and in a few areas right now. We're going to send it over to Greg to see when it is hitting our area.
Yeah, it's moving up slowly, so some of the areas have already starting to see a little bit of light snow, but that's pretty much far southern areas. So right now we do have that alert day for tonight and tomorrow for the snow, but also for the blowing dough. The worst conditions are going to be for I-90 South, I-90 South. If you're north of I-94, won't see much in the way and can reflect on the winter storm warnings, which are in pink, extend just north of La Crosse, and you have a winter weather advisory north of that, and then it drops well down to below an inch as you go up to Ladysmith. So that hasn't changed, and with the latest stuff coming in, it looks like the amounts are there. This is radar picking up some of that light snow, and you really got to go to the darker blue towards Decorah, Prairie du Chien to see some of it actually reaching the ground. The road conditions are behind there. Everything's green up to the north, but we are starting to see some yellow, pink starting to approach northeastern Iowa. That gives you an indication that we are seeing some of the snow approach the area. So far, La Crosse starting to see some to the south, but it will be a little bit. There's where your activity really is starting to pick up. Give you an idea, here's Dubuque. As you're looking up there, you can see snow actually starting to accumulate a little bit on some areas. So that's what is approaching Prairie du Chien and areas to the north. But overall, that's what we're expecting in the morning. Snow, a brief break, heavier snow probably between 7 and 9 p.m. For La Crosse, a little bit less for Eau Claire, but once again, snow going on throughout the mornings. And once again, hopefully we will add, of course, we're going to add to this, eventually get above 5 inches here, but there's more on the way later in the week, and the temperatures are going to be the bigger story once we get past this because they're going sub-zero here eventually pretty soon.
Frigid start to 2024.
It definitely is going to be.
All right, Greg, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Well, with these winter conditions incoming, concern now grows for La Crosse's unsheltered population.
And with the first major storm of the season upon us, shelters across the region are already feeling the impacts. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall has the story.
It's the race before the storm.
We've been giving out winter apparel, coats, hats, scarves, mittens, socks, and when we've had them, some boots.
Doing what they can to keep people warm ahead of the snowstorm. With the shelter already at capacity, Major Alan Hellstrom says it's all they can do.
Since all of our beds are full, that's all we can do. We can't take any more in. We can't create any more beds. When we're full, we're full.
Instead, the nonprofit is working with other agencies like Catholic Charities to try to secure as much shelter as they can for those sleeping outdoors. For those who will spend the night outside, Gunderson Health plans on deploying its homeless outreach team into area campsites to take care of medical needs that may arise.
It's going to be wet. We could have people with frostbite, people with, that are sitting in wet clothing, which then they have trouble staying warm. So it is important that we are checking on people.
Earlier, I spoke to a representative from the city of La Crosse. She says there are no plans as of now to open up its emergency day shelter. In La Crosse, Jeremy Wall, News 8 Now.
Now, the city of La Crosse has declared a snow emergency that officially begins tomorrow morning, and that means alternate side parking in the city will be in effect. The enforcement begins at 6 a.m. and will last 48 hours, ending 6 a.m. Thursday. So when alternate side parking is in effect, on odd-numbered days, you should park on the side of the street with odd-numbered addresses, and then on even-numbered days, park on the side of the street with even-numbered addresses. To stay on top of snow emergency alerts, you can sign up for text notifications from the city's website. We'll have a link included on all of our digital platforms.
A La Crosse man has been arrested after launching a projectile at police. On Saturday, La Crosse officials say 30-year-old Sean Keller launched an unknown projectile toward an officer's car while driving by. The object exploded with a flash of light and damaged the window and door frame of the squad car. Keller drove away and did not stop for officers. In the last 6 months, Keller has allegedly shown similar behavior in 3 other incidents, including throwing ice and spitting on squad cars. His arrest warrant included a $100,000 cash bond.
The competency of a Toma man accused of trying to kill 2 people on Thanksgiving is in question. In a Sparta courtroom this morning, 44-year-old George Solis's attorney requested a competency exam for his client. Now, according to the criminal complaint, Solis and his family were watching football on Thanksgiving Day when he suddenly stabbed one of the victims with a kitchen knife. When a family member tried to step in, Solis also tried to stab him. The first victim was taken to Gunderson with life-threatening injuries. Solis is currently held in Monroe County Jail on a $500,000 cash bond. His next hearing is in February.
Wisconsin Republicans have unveiled their new medical marijuana proposal. The bill would limit medical marijuana to only severely ill people with chronic diseases like cancer. It would also only be dispensed at 5 state-run locations. Smokable marijuana would not be allowed. Governor Tony Evers' spokesperson says he will review the plan. The measure is far from the full legalization Evers and Democrats have pushed for over the years.
A long-term state representative from Winona is not seeking re-election. In a statement today, Legislative District 26A Representative Gene Pulowski Jr. says this will be his last year in the role. He has served in the Minnesota State Legislature for 38 years. During his tenure, Pulowski served as the chair of the Higher Education, Finance, and Policy Committee. He also chaired the Government Operations and Reform Committee.
Well, winter is something to celebrate. The La Crosse Public Library main branch threw a Winter Wonderland ball this evening for kids looking to have a little fun with the season. The event was for kids ages 5 and under, along with their parents. Games, a sledding hill, a dance contest, and even a snowball fight was all part of the wintry fun. Frozen hot chocolate, which was actually ice cream, was served along with other treats. The library said there are lots of reasons to embrace this time of year.
There's a lot of beauty in the winter, even without the snow. It's just a time to get together and celebrate. So that's why we like to light it up a little bit to kind of offset the dark and the cold and just be together.
Nelson Ferris also said she is hoping the kids can continue their celebration tomorrow by waking up to a blanket of snow. Well, sounds like that's going to happen. A united message.
Still ahead, our latest top-notch teacher and the person who nominated him have a shared mission to spread kindness. That story after this.
At Dahl Auto, we've had customers ask, why are your prices so low? The simple answer is, we price our pre-owned vehicles to sell. When you're shopping around, we want you asking, why are their prices so high? Dahl Auto.
Here's our problem. Without the hearing aids in, she can't hear the low frequencies, so she doesn't hear me. I don't hear the high frequencies, so I don't hear her. It was a perfect setup, but we had to interrupt it. We had time, and we were coming down Main Street, and I turned in.
It's not like you're going to strangers. It's kind of family-ish. To come here, you feel like you belong with them. I just think it's very comforting that they're a family business.
Better Hearing Center on Alaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
much time do you spend comparing prices on pre-owned vehicles? At Dahl Auto, we're comparing prices every day, all week, all year, because we want our price to be the best price by far. Dahl Auto.
Top Notch Teacher is sponsored by Viterbo University and Dahl Honda.
Well, our first top-notch teacher of 2024 may not have a classroom of kids, but he is inspiring hundreds of students in Bangor. And it's thanks in part to a new friendship defined by a mission to spread kindness. A classroom of kids every day didn't quite call to a young Matt Jacobson, but the counselor's office sure did.
I shadowed an elementary school counselor, and I'm like, this is what I want to do.
Because he knew what it was like to feel lonely and how a little kindness and perspective could make all the difference.
School was actually really rough for me. I graduated, I was 5'2", 91 pounds at a D1 school in Wausau West, and so school wasn't always the kindest place, and now I just want to kind of be that light to help kids, help them along.
So since joining Bangor Elementary as a guidance counselor, he's put himself on a mission.
Trying to make our world a better place.
Kathleen Jensen nominated Jacobson for this top-notch teacher. They share the same mission.
It's an honor to be his friend.
Jensen runs the Little Heart Project. She crochets hearts with messages for suicide prevention. And in less than 2 years, volunteers across the country have joined her. Jacobson wanted his students to join in too. Just one problem. He can't crochet.
So I kind of came up with this idea to make beads with pearl bead hearts.
And Jensen loved it.
Oh, this is what we can do with kids. And we're not going to talk necessarily about suicide in grade school, but we're going to talk about kindness.
So each Tuesday, Jacobson's Make a Difference Club is churning out hearts of their own.
Probably April and May to get 350 hearts made.
Making sure every student in the school district has one and letting them know even a heart-shaped act of kindness can change the world.
I think it's when you have second and third graders that come and bring me a heart that they made at home. And they're like, we want to donate this to the club. And they know that we're going to pass it on to someone. And these hearts become people's stories. It's not just a little piece of plastic.
The world's not always perfect. So we give hearts to them to try and make their day.
A great message. And Jacobson hopes the school club can keep extending that mission outside the building, like to a nursing home potentially for the upcoming Valentine's Day, or even decorating a tree that they could sponsor at Rotary Lights next winter.
And extending it here. We have a few at our desk
Absolutely.
on our meeting table.
Yes, we've
so
covered
they're lovely.
Kathleen a couple of times over the last year and a half, and her message, her project has really blown up across the country. It's cool to see.
I love it. Terrific effort. Thank you. Well, still ahead, the winter storm upon us. Many people will use salt to melt the ice on their sidewalks. But an eco-conscious alternative is gaining traction in the Midwest.
And yeah, we have snow going on right now, but there's more down the road, and especially the temperatures start falling towards the weekend. So we got a lot of things coming up. I'll break down how much snow we're going to get, how strong those winds will be, and how far those temperatures drop by the time we get to Friday and Saturday. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Hardee's Double Deals start at $2.99. Choose a double cheeseburger, bacon double cheeseburger, or new barbecue bacon double cheeseburger. $2.99 never looked so good. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Hunting for a rustic this season? Set your sights on Western Wisconsin's premier cabin store. Browse real wood selections of aspen, hickory, barnwood, and specialties like walnut and maple burl. Shop dining sets, bars, coffee tables, end tables, and one-of-a-kind epoxy pieces. Accessorize with a huge selection of rugs and lamps. Customize cabin upholstery from Bestcraft and rockers, chairs, and easy sofas. Visit our bed shed and outfit your cabin with sets in king, queen, full, and twin. Case pieces and bunk beds to match. Family and veteran owned. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Are you ready to get more from your checking account? Ultra's A+ accounts are built with more in mind. More ways to stay connected to your finances with online and mobile banking. More secure ways to pay with contactless debit cards and mobile wallet, so you can make purchases without slowing down. More money in your pocket with better rates, no minimum balance, and no monthly fees.
Psst, this just in. New members opening an A+ account with $250 get an extra $250.
Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions, brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
Did you touch the thermostat? Did you turn it up?
Of course not. Did somebody fiddle with the thermostat?
Dude, it's 85 degrees.
85? Do you have any idea what a couple degrees will do to our gas bill?
Why is it so hot here?
Someone turned up the heat.
What do you think you're doing?
I like to sleep with my window open. You are not supposed to touch a thermostat.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
The Board Store Home Improvements. Everyday low prices on bathroom remodels for seniors and families. Contact us today for a prompt free estimate.
Well, with the storm approaching, we're going to be seeing some ice on the roads, but the salt that we put down is a big pollutant of our waterways, harming marine life and contaminating drinking water.
Our Minneapolis affiliate shows us how a few neighborhoods are teaming up to offer homeowners some alternatives this winter.
Good boy.
Soon after Henry Labonta moved from California to Minneapolis.
Come on, shake. Good boy.
Winter Walks with Shiner gave him pause.
I saw a lot of salt on some of the sidewalks. We end up walking out in the streets sometimes.
Besides salt being harmful to the paws of pets, the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency says just 1 teaspoon of salt pollutes 5 gallons of water forever.
We're so happy to be here and living so close to Lake of the Isles. What a beautiful lake.
Labonta is trying to protect it, serving on the East Isles Neighborhood Association board.
And it just kills me to think that, you know, eventually, will we kill the whole lake if we use enough salt over a number of years?
Thanks to a grant from the Mississippi Watershed Management Organization, people living in East Isles and the Wedge neighborhood can pick up free traction grit at Fratelloni's later this month while supplies last.
The grit is becoming way more popular now that the word has gotten out about it, with the association doing some free giveaways.
Though it doesn't melt ice, the grit is a more environmentally friendly alternative.
Spread it out. It doesn't take much.
And it can be reused. If you need to use salt, less is more. Each grain of salt should be about 3 inches apart, with any excess swept up.
You'll see great big piles, and you really only need a couple of crystals to do what you need to do.
But the most important step in ice removal is getting ahead of it by shoveling early and often.
Anything we can do to protect that beautiful resource is worthwhile for sure.
Well, whether it's some salt-like substances, shovels, or the snowblower, we're going to be needing those winter tools with this winter storm now approaching through northeast Iowa, just about ready to hit the Coulee region. Let's get the latest details from Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart.
Yeah, definitely that salt will actually work on this storm, but coming up later in the week, the temperature is going to be way too cold to even have mention of salt. But we do have the winter storm right now. It's starting to approach. It's south of I-90. It's the worst conditions. It really lessens up as you go further north, where you get to Ladysmith, not much in the way of snow at all. So that's why the alert day is more for southern areas. You can see with the winter storm warning right there. The amounts are higher as you go further south and up in elevation. So elevation-wise, you'll probably see more of the higher amounts and the winds as you tail off towards Eau Claire, Ladysmith. Not much in the way. So there's going to be like a real sharp cutoff before who gets it and who doesn't. This kind of explains it more with the graphic here with the snow amounts. Really 6 to 9 to 9 plus in this area. And then as you go further northwest, expect a real sharp cutoff to where you're not going to get much. Once again, a very typical winter storm to see in January. The amounts aren't something really unusual. Overall, if you look at timing it out, we're going to see a little bit of a break here between about 4 and 6, I think. Light snow to the north and light snow to the south. But all in all, it'll be light. But then all of a sudden, we're really going to pick it up between about 7 and 9. I think that's when the highest snow rate, you can see 1 inch per hour, maybe 2 inches in certain areas south of La Crosse or east of La Crosse down towards Prairie du Chien. That'll be probably the time we'll see it. We'll start seeing it lessen up a little bit of a break, maybe by noon, but then we're going to see another batch come up where it's going to start pushing that snow rate back in the early afternoon hours. But you notice a break here to the west. By the time we get to the afternoon, Eau Claire and up to the north, we'll probably see the snow end. The winds will start becoming an issue. Snow continues at a decent rate towards southern areas, and then eventually by 6 to 7, it really becomes just light snow for all the areas, but the wind will be the story then, and we'll start seeing it pick up out of the north. Temperatures still above freezing for most areas, or just give or take, so road condition will be an issue, but still near freezing. We'll start seeing those temperatures fall below freezing probably more as we get towards after midnight. The winds will start lessening a little bit as we go through midnight Tuesday into Wednesday, and that's when we'll start seeing. For snow amounts to about 7 a.m., 1 to 2 around La Crosse, 2 to 4 as you go further south, Prairie du Chien and Dubuque areas. That's just through 7 a.m. We'll pick up more as we go through the hour. You see the amounts begin to decrease until 12 noon. That's when we'll start seeing the rates come up, and then amounts start increasing. Winds breezy in the morning, but it's really in the afternoon hours when they start turning around from the north and the backside of the system. You see 20 to 25, so that's why the blowing and drifting is going to be an issue, especially in open areas, higher elevations through the evening hours. Even when the snow ends, the blowing and drifting will be a problem on area roadways. The good news is the temperatures still stay close to freezing yet. It'll be after midnight till we start. So if you break it down there's the heaviest snow rate for Tuesday morning, about 7 to 10 a.m. I think that'll be it. Then we'll see amounts here lessen as you go further north. Roads, slushy, snow covered depending on traffic amounts on the road in the afternoon. Ends early up to the north. South will see moderate snow, maybe to about 1 to 3, and then thereafter, those areas will start seeing light snow before it begins to wrap up in the evening. The biggest story going Tuesday afternoon and evening, it's going to be the blowing and drifting snow. Good news is temperatures still are close to freezing. They aren't falling too much until we get to after midnight. Next system we got Wednesday night, there's another little weak wave coming that'll provide a little bit of snow coming through to Thursday morning. Nothing close to what we had with this one, but it could impact the Thursday morning commute. And I didn't show the one, but there's even one coming this weekend that bears watching. Temps, they're going to get cold as we get closer to the end of this week. We're talking 25 to 30 below. We're going to see wind chills get below probably 10 to 20 as we go into Saturday morning behind that next system. So really it's going to be a different weekend coming up with temperatures well below zero. Wind chills will be a factor coming into Saturday and Sunday. As you notice, just a lot of blue across the area. That will continue in next week. So definitely it's going to be the coldest temperatures we've seen all season long. But as you look at the 8-day forecast, we have the snow going in tomorrow with the alert day. We'll taper that off. We'll have the next chance of snow coming Wednesday night, Thursday, and then we have Friday through Saturday. That's the one to watch once again for the snow and blowing snow. It's colder. Salt won't be a big issue with that one. It'll be light and fluffier, and then coming Saturday, you're definitely going to feel the wind chill. It's going to be well below zero, so something to keep in mind for the weekend too.
Yeah, maybe stay inside.
Yeah.
It's going to be a change from last weekend, definitely.
Definitely.
Okay.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
Coming up next in sports, the Bucks looking to get back on track. It has been a weird one for the Bucks. Plus, a few of our area high schools looking to get a win before the weather gets in the way. Rob's got all the action next.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
All the Taco Tuesday excitement at Taco John's can really start to mix things up. Just look at these delicious simmering Tuesdays. And on this taco, Tuesdays are only $1.19. See you on taco at Taco John's.
At Union State Bank, we provide quality products and services to help make your banking easier. When it comes to your money, you want a bank you can rely on.
As you grow, so will your financial goals. It's important to have a partner who listens and responds with honest recommendations you can trust.
Our team is not only committed to serving the families and businesses in our community, we are also from the community.
We're here for you, and we welcome you to bank with us. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
It's not an I thing, Dad. It's a we thing.
Get a large 2-topping take and bake pizza for just $10.99. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Hey, Dominic here with a quick marinade using our Steak and Game Pleasing. Mix 1/3 cup of oil with 1 tablespoon of Steak and Game Pleasing. Brush on your beef or venison and let it sit for 10 minutes. Cook until done. For a delicious dip, mix 8 ounces of cream cheese, a 1/4 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of diced green onions, and a tablespoon of Steak and Game Pleasing. Get Steak and Game Pleasing and over 40 other blends at the Pleasing Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. It's a game changer.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
The high school basketball schedule might take a little bit of a hit this week because of the weather, but we had some area teams in action tonight looking for a win, and we'll start on the girls' side. Let's go to Holman. Vikings at home playing host to Eau Claire North. Early first half, Danica Raban from downtown. You bet. Holman takes a 3-point lead. Huskies answer back, though, other end. Katara Smith from deep. The bank's open on Mondays. Eau Claire jumps in front by 2. Holman responds. Raban, nice look to Hadley Taft. She gets the hometown bounce. We're all tied at 15. This one was back and forth all night. North looking for the lead. Ellie O'Keefe getting fancy. Her pull-up J puts the Huskies back in front. But here comes Holman again. Great ball movement by the Vikings. Macy Klein buries the triple. Vikings go up 20-17. And then more great shooting from the home team. Sydney Valiska pulls up from three-point land. Nothing but net. 4-point lead for the Vikings. Second half, Huskies not going away. Great find down low to O'Keefe. She floats it home. Eau Claire jumps back in front, but the Vikings showing their toughness right here. Off the miss, Teff grabs the board. Lydia Olson is going to put it in. Big night for Izzy Jar as well. She had 20 and 15. Vikings storm back and get the win, 59-51. Over to Cochran Fountain City High. Pirates hosting Luther tonight for a non-conference boys matchup. The defending state champs off to a quick start. Logan Barr, the rebound, hits the full court pass to Sinclair Bias. Knights with the early lead. Few minutes later, Jackson Kendall hands it off to Barr, puts it up from 3. He knocks it down. Knights cruising at this point, but CFC storms back. Cameron Lipinski step back 3. That's cash. Pirates cut into the lead. Then Drew Wicca, dribble drive, kicks out to Austin Arnberg, hits a 3 of his own. Pirates pull within 5, but the Knights would find another gear. Adam Scriver gets 2 guys to jump on that one. What a fake. He puts it in. Luther goes on to get the win, 82-67. Tonight in Whitehall, the Norse taking on the Max out of McDonald Catholic. Max up early in the first half. Carson Galvez is going to put it in. That puts his squad up by 13. Ball to Cale Holm now. He's on fire in this one. Knocks back a quick 3. McDonald still in control, but the Norse are fighting back. From beyond the arc, it's Grant Olson. He puts in the 3. Whitehall hanging in there. Now Braden Lazowski's turn. He's got the ball in his hand, pulls the trigger from deep. That one's good. Norse staying in the fight, but it's not going to be enough on this night. Holm is going to sink another one from downtown. Norse come up short at home, 65-45. Bucks back at home tonight, looking to get back on track. No Dame in this one, and it showed early. Jazz taking full advantage of it. Utah puts up 41 in the first quarter. The Jazz never look back. They win this one 132-116. As for the Bucks, they've now dropped 4 of their last 5. It's not going to get any easier. They'll look to get back in the win column Thursday night at home against those first-place Celtics. Well, the youngest team in the NFL, a first-year starting quarterback, and some truly tempered expectations in Green Bay. But despite all of that, when the final whistle blew on Sunday at Lambeau, the Packers' playoff ticket was officially punched. It's the oldest rivalry in the NFL, and on Sunday, it was the same old story. It's been pretty one-sided the last few decades. Packers adding to that dominance yesterday with a playoff spot up for grabs, and in his first year under center, Jordan Love putting an exclamation point on a fantastic season as QB1 of the Green and Gold. 27 of 32, just 5 incompletions, 2 touchdowns. And when it was all said and done, after a season full of ups and downs, the Packers' postseason journey is now just getting started.
We believed in this locker room. We stuck together, and that's all you need. All we got is all we need. And the process was there. We got better each week. And to come out on the right side of this is amazing, especially after being in the situation last year.
Through all the ups and downs, all the hard work we put in, it just feels great to, get what we deserve. All the doubts that, people had on us and everything, we kept chopping and, we got to this point.
Sure did. Packers-Cowboys Sunday from Dallas, 325. I can't wait. That's going to be a good one.
Absolutely. As long as it's competitive, man, because they're the 2 seed. They're going to be favored by a touchdown. This is a scrappy Packers team right here.
Scrappy. Okay. More news after this.
Hy-Vee hot deals are burning hot. Get bone-in pork shoulder roast, just $1.48 a pound. Marie Callender's bowls or Healthy Choice steamers, just $1.88. And buy 2, get 2 free on select Coke products. Only at Hy-Vee.
Listen, your deodorant just has to work. I use Secret, aluminum free. Just swipe and it lasts all day. Secret helps eliminate odor instead of just masking it. And hours later, I still smell fresh. Secret works. Oh, yes.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And try Vicks Vapo Shower for steamy Vicks vapors.
Here's our problem. Without the hearing aids in, she can't hear the low frequencies, so she doesn't hear me. I don't hear the high frequencies, so I don't hear her. It was a perfect setup, but we had to interrupt it. We had time, and we were coming down Main Street, and I turned in.
It's not like you're going to strangers. It's kind of family-ish. To come here, you feel like you belong with them. I just think it's very comforting that they're a family business.
Better Hearing Center on Alaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
News 8 Now and the Co-op Credit Union are taking part in Chase the Chill.
Chase the Chill is a project across North America that provides warm clothing to people in need. Scarves, hats, and gloves are hung on trees in parks with notes attached to them, letting people know they can take them.
Co-op Credit Union and our community are conducting our own Chase the Chill campaign from December through February.
Together, we can keep our community warm this winter.
Donations will be accepted at the Co-op Credit Union location in Alaska.
Nicolay Law, Russell Nicolay speaking. Yeah, I'm the guy on the billboards. You got me. Whoa, 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 man. If they want the real Nicolay, Wait, you are the real Nicolay. I'm the real Nicolay. You're the real Nicolay. I'm the real Nicolay. You're the real Nicolay. We're both the real Nicolay. Hey, man, you better get back to that phone call. Oh, thanks. Yeah, sorry about that. Just talking to myself. Yeah, you got the real Nicolay here. Yeah, we can help you. Yep, billboards, baby.
Save every day with Hy-Vee Perks prices. Campbell's Chunky or Well Yes soup. Hy-Vee Perks price $1.99. Fresh Express garden salad. Hy-Vee Perks price $1.48. And Ore-Ida potatoes. Hy-Vee Perks price $4.99. Sign up for Hy-Vee Perks today.
Well, this is a fun one. Police in Tennessee were led on a wild goose chase
by a beaver that found its way into a hospital.
Police video shows the beaver discovered under a piano inside the hospital, then setting off on a brief but wily pursuit. After the cops made the crazy collar, the beaver got another wild ride.
Sure did, in a wheeled cart officers used to safely relocate the little guy to, of course, a nearby waterway where he plopped right in and paddled off. All's well that ends well. We'll be right back.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses? See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
Get away in your home with new upholstery from Black River Furniture Outlet. Shop our huge inventory of Ashley sectionals, sofas, and love seats. Great discounts on recliners and reclining furniture with power features like adjustable headrest, heat, or massage. Customize your feel with best home furnishings. Go smaller or go the beast. Upgrade to power or change fabrics. And if you need a lift, shop our full line of lift chairs. Plus, try out our latest hybrid, gel, and all foam mattresses on a new adjustable base. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls presents Matt Stell. Don't miss this multi-platinum country artist live February 16th. Matt Stell with opening act Mason-Dixon Line. $35 tickets include $15 free rewards play. Available now on Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Matt Stell February 16th at Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls. Must be 21 or over to attend.
My doctor says I need an MRI. But where do I go? They're so expensive.
Sensible MRI costs a few hundred, not thousands. You could fill your fridge for a year with what you save. We can get you in the next day. Think of what you could do with the time you'd save. What do you have to lose? At Sensible MRI, you choose the time, you save the money. And you rest easy having your doctor refer you to Sensible MRI.
Huga, a calm, comfortable time with people you love. Often enjoyed with a good book, a warm blanket, and a crackling fire. Let La Crosse Fireplace Company help create this feeling in your home. Choose a Heat and Glow fireplace in gas, wood, or pellet. Stay warm and cozy with the Heat and Glow fireplace from La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
Your eyewear should be as individual as you. With Shopko Optical's extensive selection of frames and lenses, our optometrists will learn about you and help you customize the right choice for your lifestyle. Visit Shopko Optical and find your new signature style today.
All right, snow's beginning to push Prairie du Chien, Richland Center up to those areas, and you can see the road conditions in southwest Wisconsin. It's already starting to get a little bit of pink in there, which means slippery spots that will change eventually overnight with all areas. So more snow tomorrow. Alert day and drive carefully.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Have a safe night. We'll see you tomorrow.